Micah, and today I'll be telling you how to use the flanger effect in Ableton Live. Now, a flanger impacts an audio signal by making a copy of the audio signal it's receiving and delaying that signal by a very small amount, usually less than 20 milliseconds, and this delay amount is further modulated by an LFO. This creates a really interesting effect, and if you were to look in a kind of spectrograph, you'd see the effect of the LFO on the audio. So first of all, you can change your delay time from this flanger as well as the feedback. You can click and drag on these rectangles, manually input a number with your keyboard, or if you want to change both at the same time, you can click on the circle and then drag it. Dragging it to the left or right changes your delay time, and pulling it up or down changes your feedback. This little plus next to your feedback changes the polarity. Pretty simple. Then to the right of that we have your envelope section. And you can use this envelope section to further control the behavior of your delay time that you set over here. If your envelope is set to 0, then you don't have any envelope following action going on, but you can set the amounts positively, so to 100%, or even to negative 100%, which just inverts the shape of your envelope. And then you've got your attack and release, which determines how quickly your envelope responds to any rising input levels in your audio, and the release knob here sets how long it takes for the envelope follower to stop again. If you're not sure what an envelope follower is or how they work, let me know and I'd be happy to make a video on that. But in short, your envelope follower follows the incoming audio signal, so my clip, and it tries to analyze any spikes in your level, so whether it's loud or soft. Based on this shape of your loud and soft, your envelope then creates another control signal that further impacts a specific parameter, and in this case, it further impacts your delay time. These LFO controls here are the same as pretty much every other audio effect in Ableton Live. So if you know how they work, there's nothing new here, and you can go to the timestamp in the description and just skip ahead. Your amount determines how hectically this LFO affects the audio, and if you've got your envelope set to 0 as well as your LFO amount, then your delay time will stay constant the whole time, which gives you a very simple flanging audio effect. As I raise the LFO, you can quite obviously hear some movement there, especially if I increase the rate. And adding some envelope just seems to further intensify the effect of the flanger. Then you've got your shape waveform chooser down here. These are all very standard options, there's nothing new over here. And then under your rate, you can choose how fast or slow it is, either in hertz, or if you change to this bottom icon over here, the semiquaver or eighth note, then your rate now is determined in terms of beats synced to your BPM. And then you've got your phase and your offset controls. If you're working in mono, this won't really impact anything, but if you've got a left and a right channel, then the phase knob will just change the LFO's phase from one speaker to the other. You've got phase if you're in stereo mode, and then you've got spin if you change this icon. And your spin, instead of changing the phase from the one LFO from your one speaker to the other, it changes the spin, so it'll detune one of the waveforms. One waveform will be a bit faster than the other. And then if you're in sync, you only have phase and offset. And offset, I didn't mention earlier, it shifts the starting point of your LFO forward or back a bit. And then on your left, you have your high pass filter. Adjusting the high pass control will cut low frequencies from the delayed signal only. If you want to further high pass your whole signal, you're going to have to add an EQ after this. And then you've got your dry wet knob, which is like all the other dry wet knobs. At 100%, this effect is having 100% effect on your audio, but the lower this number here, the less effect your flanger is going to have on your audio, and at 0%, you've essentially bypassed the effect. And then there's one more thing that you may have missed. On your title bar, if you right-click or control-click, get this context menu, then there's an option over here that says high quality. You can toggle it on or off. Enabling high quality results in a brighter sound, but there is a slight increase in CPU usage. Now the flanger you can use if you're trying to get a chorus type sound, if you're trying to widen your stereo mix, and if you're working with guitars, try putting your flanger before distortion. You can get some really cool effects that way. If you have any specific ways you like to use the flanger, please let me know in the comments. I personally don't use this effect a lot. I don't really like the sound of it, but I'm always open to trying something new. Well, thanks for watching. I'm doing a video like this on all the audio effects, so if you're into that, hit subscribe or check out my audio effect playlist. Perhaps I've already made the video on the audio effect you would like to learn about. And I will see you soon in the next one.